thinking about husband and children, and I'm like, yeah, good or not bad, yeah, also nice. But like, I'm thinking about the life, the money, and like the things that like when I was 25, I thought surely by now, these are the things, and it's not even frivolous lifestyle thing. Just like the wealth I have built. Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Adingupu Susan and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're joining me for the first time, please click on the subscribe button because I am steadily going to be giving you content. I know I have not been as dedicated as I thought I would be at the beginning of the year, but that's not to say that I am not taking this page seriously. I know that here I have a few subscribers already who resonate with my content and who would like to see me keep posting, so I am going to make you guys a pinky swear that I'm going to keep the energy going. So today we are talking about something that I stumbled upon on the internet. I watched I Said What I Said podcast with Jola and Fadekemi, and I saw this clip about them talking about where they thought they would be at 33 or 25, and that just inspired me to make this video. So thank you so much, and let's get right into it. So I'll start by saying, where I am now and where I thought I would be at this age are worlds apart. First of all, I graduated school, I think about 9 years ago. That was 2016. And from the moment I left school, I thought that, I'm going to just come back to Lagos because I schooled in Benin Republic, Cotonou. And I thought I'd just walk into any radio station in Lagos and I'll just be like, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And they'll just be like, oh my God, you have such a voice. Oh my God, take this contract, sign it. You're the girl we're looking for. And I'll just, start working and making money. And before you know it, I'll start buying houses, buying cars, traveling the world, experiencing life in its fullest form. Where am I now? Well, I have been working in the same company for about 8 years. 8 years. And I have grown from the sales representative I was to a managerial position, right? And if you look at it, a girl that studied mass communication, a girl that was so passionate about what she was doing at the time, a girl that wanted to talk for a living, and now she is managing human beings. These are two different things, right? And that goes to show that nothing actually worked the way I thought it would. Now, I don't know if I should say that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, but a major factor to this is definitely the Nigerian economy. The government did not actually give me a space to even breathe. I remember when I went to my first radio interview, right? I remember applying for a few radio stations, and I remember how people kept on reminding me that there's no way I'll get that position, and they weren't wrong, because so many of them said it's by connection. You can't just walk into somewhere and get a job. But one thing that I would say I did not quite focus on is the internet part of it, because thank God for social media. You get to see people that, they don't do as much, but they get their videos get to the right audience, right? So I did not invest in social media as I should have. I remember making excuses, because I will not blame it entirely on the Nigerian government. I remember making excuses and saying things like, I didn't have a good phone, I don't have a good phone. Then I got a good phone. What did I do with it? I invested more time into my job than I did into myself. I wouldn't say that I regret everything, but I do have a lot of regrets. Do I dwell on those regrets though? Absolutely not. There are days when I remember, that, if I had done this, maybe I would have been in so place, right? But above anything, I think I express more of gratitude to God, because I'm like, okay, I am not where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I used to be. I will not say that I do not understand totally what Jola and Fadekemi said in that video, because I haven't watched it entirely. I just saw that clip and it just resonated with me. One thing that I would tell you, in fact, the most important thing that has kept me grounded all of these years, that has made me not to lose my mind or go out of my standards or my beliefs totally, is God. I talk about God a lot, and I talk about God as a young Nigerian girl. It is not easy to survive in this country, to survive in this economy, to survive in this world without your Lord and personal Savior. For me, knowing God is not about, your parents introducing him to you as a child. It is about your adult life and your young adult life. I remember how many times I'll watch a video and they'll say, if you know you want to give your life to Christ, signify, say this prayer. I have said all the prayers, and I thought that magically after I say those prayers, immediately God will just be like, my child, welcome. Okay, you're home now. And I thought everything about me would immediately change. I did not realize that I had to do the work also. I thought for some reason that, okay, knowing God, knowing that he's a merciful father, because we love to camp at, on that part of God being a merciful father as Nigerians. So I just was invested in the merciful father part of him, or if I sin, he'll forgive me, or God is the forgiving father. I did not know that I had to withstand and stand strong when it came to certain things, temptations left and right. And do you know who the devil loves the most? The devil loves someone who decides to give their life to Christ. He loves to grab them. He loves to give them everything. I'm going to give you guys an example, right? Now back to the topic of where I thought I'll be, right? So beginning of this year, I made a promise to God. I said, God, I'm not going to be, this anymore. I'm going to be that. And I want you to help me with this. And the funny thing was, I started to tell people that, oh, I am now with Christ, I'm now with Christ, I'm now with Christ. I rang it like a bell. I started going back to church. I started investing more in watching some YouTube videos. One of the pastors that really helped me is Pastor Stephanie EK, right? She was such a huge part of me following God, and I'm so grateful for her videos because they keep me grounded a lot of times. There was also Billy Graham, which my friend introduced me to, right? And I was watching these videos and I was so invested and I was so focused and I was so sure of myself. I thought I had completely fought the devil off. Little did I know that the devil was coming back with everything that I said I wasn't going to be doing anymore. He was going to bring it in like, guess what? I thought I met the perfect person, right? And I started to go back on like so many things that I thought that I would not be doing. I did not stand firm when it came to like certain things that I said I was not going to be involved with, right? I started to backslide, and before you knew it, I lost my will to pray, right? This was the first year that I even took part in the Hallelujah Challenge, right? And I did this with my best friend. But imagine someone going from this fire, this place of fire, this place of 100% certainty, to just being confused. I was confused whilst I was with this person. I was not myself anymore. I started to how do they put it, because I'm lost for words right now. I started to like tell God that God, it doesn't have to be this serious now. We can still do this thing that we said, but maybe not as intensely as I promised that I would, but don't worry, I'm still here with you. And God is a jealous God. Guess what he did? He took that person away from me. Yeah. And that's what God does, right? Sometimes we promise, we make, absolutely crazy promises about how we're going to stand with God, how nothing is going to take our attention, how God, just bless me. God, if you bless me, I promise you, I will not do this, I will not do that. But guess what? When God even tests you with a little, just something, little, you start to lose it. You stop being as passionate as you used to be in him. I'm not talking in general, I'm talking about myself, right? So I just want to say that one of the things that has kept me grounded is God. And you see how lengthy the God topic was, because I just want to express to you guys that I am not where I thought I would be when it comes to my relationship with God. But every single day, I am making a conscious effort to stay grounded, to stay in his word. It is not easy. It is really not easy to, throw away some old habits. But when you know what your goal is, when you know that, okay, I cannot be in the... one thing that really pushed me this year was I was tired of being in the same place. Yeah. And I'm not just talking about work. I'm talking about here, physically. I was tired of being in the same place, of going around the same kind of circles. I wanted something new. I wanted something fresh. And me announcing it that, oh gosh, I am going to get something fresh this year. I think I spoke too soon. I think I spoke so naive. I did not realize that the devil was not just going to sit back and watch God hand me all those things. He was going to bring temptations. He was going to bring a lot of things to disrupt my movement, right? But look at me telling you, because I am aware. And one thing you have to be is self-aware. You must know when you're backsliding. You must be ready to accept that you're backsliding. You must be able to put in the work to make sure that you don't backslide anymore. My support system has also been my family, my friends. Oh my God, when I talk about my friends, I cannot get enough of it, because those are angels on earth for me. I don't know what my life will be like without my friends. I mean, there are days when I cry my eyes out. You know, there are days when my friends see me and they think, oh, she's so happy. Susan is such a happy girl. But the truth is, no, sometimes Susan is not happy at all. She's just acting. She's just pretending. She's just, just playing along and, trying to just make it look like everything is okay with her. But really, she's feeling really bad. So my friends get me out of my head a lot of times. Watching the scriptures on YouTube gets me out of my head a lot of time. Reassuring myself is another thing. I keep talking to myself. I keep reminding myself of God's promises in my life, because there are days when you forget. Like, there are days when you feel like nothing is working out for your good. There are days when you lose hope. There are days when you cannot even see that place of milk and honey. There are days when you cannot even imagine getting there anymore. There are days when you just want to just wrap it up guys. But what keeps you, and what keeps me personally, is God, my friends, my family. But then again, I will end this video by saying that if you're feeling alone, if you feel like nothing is working out for your good, if you feel like you have fallen short of God's glory, I just want to tell you that you're not alone. People don't come outside to really give you like a full glimpse of what is actually going on with them, right? And I know that there's this regret with a lot of us. We feel like, oh, but now I thought I'll be married with kids. I thought I'll have a good job. I thought I'd have traveled like at least 15 countries. I thought I'll be doing well for myself financially, but I'm not still there. You're not alone, baby girl. Truth be told, you are just, you're just experiencing life as it is. But my only advice is, do not experience life alone. You cannot do it alone. You don't have the power to do it alone. Do it with God, and you see the difference. Honestly speaking, because for example, this is me showing up, not perfect, not polished, but just present. And I hope you do the same for yourself. Thank you so much for watching my channel. And if you could relate to this video and what God has done in your life, despite the fact that it is not exactly what you thought you would be doing at this stage, or where you thought you would be at this stage, do leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll be more than willing to interact with you guys on there. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. Bye.